Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel FinStop. Now I am going to tell you about the topic how to file income tax returns online. Friends, I have made a playlist on financial planning both English and Telugu and I have kept the video link in the description box. If you haven't watched them, please go and watch them. In India, any person whose income is more than 5 lakhs annually has to file their income tax returns. Generally, people do this by giving their details to a professional and get their income tax returns filed. Here in this video, I am going to explain you briefly how you yourself can file the income tax returns online by using a laptop or a mobile. Guys, please watch this video without skipping. First, you need to go to Google and write simply ITR or income tax returns. Then the official website will be displayed. Here you can see that e-filing homepage, Income Tax Department, Government of India's official website. You can simply click on e-filing homepage, then this page will open. Here, if you are a new user, then you have to register yourself. If you are an existing user, then you can simply log in here. Guys, I would request you, please like this video and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Now we will see how to register yourself. First, you need to select the user type, that is individual, then press on continue button. Then you need to give your basic details. You need to enter PAN number, surname, middle name, first name, and you have to give your date of birth. Then you have to give your residential status, then press continue button. Then you will be going to step 2. Guys, I am already a registered user, so I cannot show you step 2 and step 3 and step 4. In this step, the website will ask you to create a password. You need to create the password, then you will be successfully registered. Then you can simply click on this login button. This page will open. Here you have to enter the user ID. User ID means your PAN number. Then you have to enter password. Then you have to enter the CAPTCHA showing here. Then you simply press the login button. Guys, if you are an existing user and you forget the password, you can reset the password by clicking this button. Once you press the login button, this page will open. Here you can see filing of income tax return. You can file the IT file. Or if you want to view the returns of previous IT returns, then you can click on view returns or forms. First we will see how to file the income tax returns. Just click on filing of income tax return. This page will open. Here you can see your PAN number. Here you should give the assessment year 2020 to 21, or for the next year you can give 2021 to 22. Here you have to give select ITR1. You have to select filing type as original or revised return. Then you have to select the submission mode as prepare and submit online. Then you have to check your bank account details. Then you have to press the next button. Friends, I have already done the ITR filing of the financial year 2020 to 21, so I can tell you the steps one by one. First, you need to fill the part A, general information. You need to give your name, your address, your nature of employment, private employed or public employed. You need to select the filing section as 139(1) on or before date. Then you need to give whether you are filing return of income under 7th provision to section 139(1), yes or no. If you have any income under section 139(1) under 7th provision, you need to give yes. Then you need to tell the deposited amount which is exceeding 1 crore here. Then any expenditure, if it is exceeding 2 lakhs for travel, you have to mention the expenditure amount here. If you incurred any expenditure greater than 1 lakh on electricity, then you have to mention here. If you do not have any returns of income under 7th provision, then you can simply click no here. Then The next page will be Part B, gross total income. Friends, you need to check the gross salary showing here with your Form 16. You can easily get the Form 16 through income tax website. Once you checked, then you proceed for the allowances to extent exempt under section 10. If you have any allowances under section 10 13A on house rent, that is if you company is paying your HRA, then HRA tax exemption amount should be mentioned here. If you have any allowances under section 10 14 or 1, then you have to write here. If you are availing leave travel allowance and if you have traveled to a destiny, then you have to give your all traveling amount here under section 10(5), the leave travel concession or assistance. Then the net salary which is taxable will be deducted from these allowances. Then the income chargeable under the salaries will be shown here. The next step is you need to give the B2 type of house property. Whatever amount you receive from your house rents, you can mention here. And if you are having a house loan, then you need to mention the interest payable amount here. Then the tax chargeable will be deducted from the salary. Then the income tax chargeable will be equal to the salary amount minus this interest paid on house loan. Then guys, B3, income from other sources. If you have any other incomes, you have to mention here. Say interest from savings bank, you got some amount, you have to mention here. Then you need to go to the next step. Part C, deductions and taxable total income. Here you need to give all the details of investments or deposits which are not taxable. Say first ATC, the life insurance premium amount, your contributions to provident fund, that amount you need to enter here. There is a limit to this ATC section, that is 1,50,000 can be exempted from your taxable income. Then if you have any pension fund payment, then you have to mention here. If you are having any contribution to pension scheme of central government, you have to mention in ATCCD 1B due. Then if you have any health insurance premium, you have to mention in ATD here. If you are having a maintenance due to medical treatment of a dependent person with disability, then under ATDD you have to mention this amount. If you are having a medical treatment of specified disease, self or dependent, the medical expenses amount you have to mention here under ATDDB. If you are having a higher education loan and you are paying an interest amount, then interest amount you can mention in ATE here. If you are having a residential house property and you are taking a loan on that, the interest amount you can mention under ATEE here. If you are having any other property and you are paying interest, then under ATEE you have to mention. If you are having a electrical vehicle and you have purchased, then under section 80EB you need to mention this amount. Next, if you are doing any donations to charitable institutions, under 80G you have to mention the amount. If you are not a salaried employee and if you are not getting or you are not getting any HRA, then whatever rent you are paying you have to mention under 80GG here. If you are doing any donations for scientific research and rural development, under 80GGA you need to mention here. If you are donating any amount to political party, you need to mention under 80GGC here. If you are having any interest on deposits in savings account, then under 80TTA you need to mention the amount. If you are having an interest on deposits in case of senior citizens, then under 80TTB you need to mention. If you are having a person with disability, under 80U you have to mention the amount. These amounts under 80C to 80U all will be added and that amount will be deducted from your income which are taxable. Then next step, Computation of tax payable, part D. Here you can see that the income which is tax payable. Okay, if you are having a rebate under section 87A, here the amount will be reflected. The tax payable after rebate will be this much amount. If you are any health or education cess, that amount will be shown here. If you are having any interest under section 234A, 234B, 234C, it will be shown here, and the total interest and tax payable will be shown here. Finally, the total amount of tax, it will be shown here. Total taxes which are paid already in the financial here. Any amount which is balance to be paid, it will be shown here, amount payable. If you are having any refund, then under a refund one, you can find here the last row. Then if you are having a refund, the government will send you the refund amount to your account. For that, you need to give your part E other information or details of your bank accounts which are held at any time. These are my bank account details. Then you need to select any bank account which you want to get the refund. Here I selected first one. To this bank account, the tax department will send me the refund amount. Then next step will be schedule D1, details of investments. Whatever the investments you have done, it will be reflected here. If you are done investment after April and between 31st July, then any deduction amount you have to mention here. Then next step will be details of donations entitled for deduction under section 80G. Whatever the amount of details you have mentioned for the donations under section 80G, you need to give the detailed information. What is the name of the donee, what is his address, city, state code, pin code, PAN number of the donee, the amount you have given. And this amount will be deducted from taxable income. Similarly, donations entitled for 50% deduction without specifying limits, you need to mention here. Donations entitled for 50% deduction subject to qualifying limit, you need to mention here. Then this donation amount will be deducted from your taxable income. Then next step. Schedule 80GGA, details of donations for scientific research or rural development. If you are given any donation for scientific research, that details you need to mention here. Then schedule 8D, if you are having a family member but excluding parents is a senior citizen, then if you are having any health insurance, you can write this amount. If you are doing a preventive health checkup, you can write this amount. This amount will be deducted from your taxable income. If your parents is a senior citizen, then that health insurance amount, preventive health checkup amount, that amount you can mention here, and these amounts will be deducted from your taxable income. Then next step, tax details. Whatever amount you have to pay, it will be shown here. The tax deduction account number, here the number will be shown here. Name of the deductor, your name. Income chargeable, total income on which tax is charged, shown here. Total tax deducted, how much amount is deducted, will be shown here. Guys, there are TDS, TDS2, TDS3, TDS, TCS for persons whose tax deducted at source from income other than salary. They have to mention here. But for an individual, generally this column will be good. Then next step. This is the final step, that is verification. You need to give your place, date, and then you need to select the verification mode, either through Aadhaar OTP or through bank. You can select that, and your OTP will come to your mobile number. You need to type that. Then your income tax returns will be successfully verified. You will get an acknowledgement number. Here you can see income tax return submitted electronically on the date it will be coming. Your IP address will be coming. Verified by means your name, having PAN number, your PAN number through, you can see Aadhaar OTP. I have selected Aadhaar OTP, and I got verified through Aadhaar OTP. This is how you can easily file income tax returns online. Guys, if you like my explanation, please hit the like button and please share this video to your friends and relatives. Also, if you have any queries, please write in the comment box. And guys, I would request you, please subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for all the important notifications. Thank you guys.